Palatacious. What's going on, guys? Well, as you can see, I got before me soup, but it's Vietnamese. So they gave it to me this way in order for me to put it into broth. So this is how they pack it to go. So I'm gonna try an 11 to 10 day Vietnamese challenge to where I can just eat just straight Vietnamese food. So this is actually the broth. The rest of it tastes pretty good. Check the broth out. So I got a large. And let me pour this broth in here. A little bit slow. I'm not even sure if the camera caught me doing that. It doesn't really even matter at this point. So we're gonna throw a few of these. I don't even know if I'm supposed to throw this in there, but let's throw some of this in there. I got the chopsticks. Let's throw some bean sprouts. And of course this stuff is cold, which is cool because you throw it in the broth, the hot broth, and you kind of let it soak for a little bit. Onions. And bean sprouts are actually really good. We got peppers, jalapenos. And really, I'm gonna pick this up with my hand. I know this is a lot, and it's under. So probably should have put this in first. It doesn't seem as though my bowl is big enough. So actually, let me do this. Now pour more. Here we go. Let this broth soak up the noodles. Let the noodles sit in here for a little bit where they can break up. And I'm making a mess. Today, guys, you know, I really don't even care for making a mess. I've been sick for this past weekend, which kind of sucks. And then on top of that, I'm sure everybody's heard the news about the passing of Kobe Bryant and his daughter and those other passengers on that helicopter. So needless to say, I know a lot of people are kind of feeling it, his loss. And we'll talk about that in a little bit. Let me throw some more of this stuff in here. This is actually a lot of food. I didn't realize how much it was. She asked me what size I wanted, and I was like, give me the large. And I guess this is what the large is. I can only imagine what it would be like if I ate it there. And I think what I'm gonna do is actually hold on to the rest of this and that broth. I still got a little bit more broth left. Maybe eat it for later. That's what I think I'm gonna do. But this is the beast. This is the large. And this actually looks really good. I'm just gonna let it soak in its broth for a little bit before I actually dig in. Yeah. If it looks good, man, Vietnamese food, man. It seems super light, healthy. If you have a Vietnamese spot in your area, I would definitely encourage you to go to one. And actually, what I'm gonna do, I already tasted this sauce here. Check it out. This sauce actually right here is has some kick to it. And I know I'm probably being a little bit crazy right now, but I need to get over this cold. Sweat it out a little bit. So, what I also got too, this time last time I got mango, this time it's like pineapple. And you can kind of see I guess these are lychee balls at the bottom of it. And I got fried shrimp roll, which is actually really good too. Super light. I think we're ready to dig in. Let me just mix this spice around. Oh my. This smells divine. I'm gonna mix this spice around because I'm not trying to kill myself all at once. All right. Let's see what this is about. So I will tell you, the little cup that I put in there, it definitely has a bite to it. Some spice. The spice is literally kind of like lingering on my tongue, but it's not overbearing. It's not gonna kill you. But it's really good. And just from one bite, it's super, super light too. Of course, the chicken is I think it's boiled, so it really doesn't have a lot of fat content. It's like mostly protein. It's really good. Really, really good. I'm just going to touch on this Kobe thing just for a little bit. I'm not going to talk about it a lot. I'll just tell you how I feel from my perspective. From my perspective, it kind of hits home a little bit, only because he's a father and he's a husband. And we're almost around the same age. He's 41. I just turned 42 not too long ago. I grew up literally watching him. I remember when he first came into the league. He was supposed to go to Charlotte. Got traded to the Lakers. He wanted to play for the Lakers. Jerry West made that happen. I've seen his career blossom. And I've seen him become the person that he wanted to become. And the person he was driven to become. But for me, Kobe was so much more than basketball. Kobe was an icon, but almost bigger than an icon. I mean, his death has touched the lives of literally millions of people. You know, from his teammates to fans to executives to coaches. The fans. I was in utter disbelief and shock when I heard it. You were probably like me. When I first heard the news, one of my sons texted me and was like, "Hey, did you hear the news?" I'm like, "Nah, this can't be real." Didn't think it was until I saw it on ESPN and CNN. So for me, like, I really feel for the families of all the victims, for the ones who've lost their mom, their dad, their brother, their sister, their child. It's definitely, when you see something like this, it reminds you to be a little bit more reflective and appreciative of who you have, because they can be gone in an instant. Like for me, I can tell you, you know, it made me think about the death of my grandmother. I lost her a few years back. She was sick. And even though I knew eventually her sickness was going to take her life, when I got the call, it was a surreal moment. It was definitely a moment that I would never forget. But it really hit home was when I visited her home that I kind of grew up in. I literally stared into her bedroom and pictured her laying down on the bed, or sitting up in the bed, smoking a cigarette, drinking her coffee. She wasn't there. That's when I really lost it. So I can only imagine the pain that these families are feeling right now. But for me, I tried to remember the good memories from my grandmother, not necessarily the fact that she was gone. And I still try to do that to this day. And I just hope Kobe's family and the rest of the people's family are able to do the same. Remember the memories. Because there are going to be a lot of good days, and there are going to be a lot of bad days. And trust that nobody ever expects you to get over the loss of someone that you love. It's impossible. There's no way. This thing getting hot. But, like I said again, I just wanted to reflect on that. You know, I grew up watching Kobe. So it's also real that he's not here anymore. He's definitely going to be missed among with the others who lost their lives, for sure. Ooh. Now I got my nose running. Jalapenos getting to me. Excuse me. This food though, something I think I can eat for 11 days straight. So, this is going to be considered day one. And my mouth is on fire right now. Woo! Fire is not the word. Woo! Excuse me. Broth is pretty much all I have left. So, and bean sprouts. And this broth is hot. And I'm a glutton for punishment. Let's kind of switch it up a little bit though. What movies did you grow up off of? Like, what were the classic movies that you grew up off? For me, it was Weird Science, Breakfast Club, Ferris Bueller's Day Off. I can watch those movies like over and over and over again. As a matter of fact, I think that movie was on the other day. Ferris Bueller's Day Off. So I can watch those movies over. I'm trying to, Rambo. Karate Kid. Old RoboCop. The old Superman. So look, I got a story for you guys. When my youngest son, I can't remember how old he was. I think he was 11 or 12 maybe at the time. And Superman came on. It was Superman 3, I think. It was 1, 2, or 3. With Christopher Reeves. The graphics back in the day, those graphics, if you even want to call them that, they were horrible. It was almost like someone had constructed a town and took a cheap camera to film over it. Because like it was no CGI, it was none of that. Like it was horrible. And I showed my son, I was like, look, this is what Daddy grew up with. He was like, he couldn't even watch it for 2 seconds. He was like, Daddy, I can't believe you watched this. This is horrible. Like, yeah, this is what we had. Oh, I showed him Hulk with Lou Ferrigno. Back in the day when he used to watch that, he watched that thing. He was like, Daddy, this is so cheesy. This is what we grew up off of. Again, I remember like in my old videos, some of my videos I touched on. Look, TV used to turn off. We couldn't pause TV. Y'all remember now, back in the day we couldn't pause TV. Now we can pause TV because we don't want to miss something. So that shows you how different everything is. Now, I'm super full. Well, guys, I thank you for tuning in. This video is going to be pretty short, not that long. My day 1 Vietnamese challenge. Who wants to join it with me? Let's see. And if you challenge me to do something, I got you. I'll do the same challenge. Day 1 Vietnamese challenge. Palatacious Hill. You know what to do. Hit the like, subscribe, the notification button. Check me out on IG. You already know. I'm out.